Recollect when I said before I've never seen such countless quitters and individuals of color around here. I would need to place my sibling Tyler Perry in that. And afterward we said, yet did you pay her reasonably? When you proceed to purchase Tiffany Haddish a vehicle check, whether we recollect the film Cadillac Records. I'll continue to get you a vehicle, yet I won't give you what you're worth the effort's genuine, as I couldn't say whether a man looks unrealistic. He is scarcely a year prior comic and entertainer Monique shared more insights regarding her profoundly broadcasted hamburger with a portion of Hollywood's greatest players. And it seems perhaps of her dearest companion in the business Tiffany Haddish shares similar perspectives as her during an appearance on Turnout with T.S. Madison Moe. Was gotten some information about her years-long cases about being renounced Monique. Recently got down on Tyler Perry Oprah Winfrey and Lee Daniels, charging they discolored her vocation. After she declined to partake in the valuable honors crusade, you realize, I imagine, that when I previously needed to say I must shout out and stand up, it just so happens. Haddish is likewise a casualty of Tyler Perry, and you will be stunned to figure out how the Medea designer has been treating Haddish following a notification of excusal documented by the offended parties for acclaim, including charges of attack against Haddish. And Aries Lances, a couple of years back the humorist horrendously uncovered how the suit cost her work, and surprisingly, individuals she called family like Tyler Perry walked out on her. The young ladies, Trip Star conversed with TMZ about the repercussions of her and Lance's being blamed for having prepped and attacked two then minor kin a long time back in acclaim, initially documented in Los Angeles' Better Court. Earlier than this, Haddish had stood up in light of the kid's sexual maltreatment claim that was documented against her and Lance's. I realize individuals have a lot of inquiries. I get it, I'm not too far off with you, Haddish, composed on Instagram, sadly in light of the fact that there is a continuous legitimate case. There's tiny that I can say at the present time. Yet obviously, while this sketch was planned to be comedic, it was actually a major buzzkill entertaining by any means, and I profoundly lament having consented to act in it. I truly anticipate having the option to share much more about this present circumstance when I can, in the midst of this show, parry through his studios. Never really helped Haddish in spite of the reality. The allegations against her were bogus as a matter of fact. All she had a go at doing leading the pack up to the case was attempting to make the world a superior spot documented by an unknown lady. The claim affirmed that Haddish and Lances took advantage of Jane Doe, now 24, and her sibling John Doe, now 16 out of 2 improv shows shot when they were kids in a single class, named through a pedophile's eyes. Lance's character plays a pedophile pining for John Doe, who was 7 years of age at the time. As per the claim, Haddish plays the kid's mom, who leaves her kid with the man. As per the day-to-day monster, John Doe burns through the vast majority of the video, clad just in his clothing, as Spears' personality sneers at him through 2 openings cut into a paper he professes to peruse. During the sketch, the camera zooms in intriguingly on the long-term old's rear end and groin. While he plays Lances, splashes child oil onto the kid's back and rubs it into his shoulders in a single scene. And at another point, the kid plays with a train in a way that proposes phallic masturbation. In another succession, Lances smokes a cigarette while noticing the kid bare in a bath and pours water on his feet. The video closes with message that peruses watch who you leave your children with amusing or pass. On where Lances initially transferred the video, eliminated the fact. In 2018, following this lawful harf, in view of her standing, Haddish lost everything without question. All that it is likewise this time that Monique strengthened, standing in opposition to Tyler Perry and his studio. And how he makes the most of dark entertainers, Tiffany Haddish, included customarily with regards to an individual of color making some noise. And standing up, it goes unheard, until she kicks the bucket during one of her many meetings. Monique gazed straight into the camera and stalled Hollywood's set of experiences of focusing on individuals of color who won't hesitate to go to bat for themselves. generally with regards to an individual of color, shouting out and standing up it goes unheard. Until she passes on then, once she bites the dust. Then we return and say, well, she was correct. And how about we make a film about it, she made sense of. See, I can give you their names, Eartha Kitt. I can give you their names, Hazel Scott. I can give you their names, Fanny Livhamer. Can give you their names, Hattie McDaniel. Those ladies stood firm. And those ladies left here grief-stricken, undesirable, taking a gander at a local area, saying you all realize I'm correct yet. Is there any valid reason why anyone won't utter a word? Mo was plainly focusing on Perry here, given how the tycoon movie maker treated her. In Haddish, the hamburger among Monique and Perry originates from her refusal to advance Valuable, which was not in that frame of mind to do her job, procured her the honor for Best Supporting Entertainer at the 2009 Oscars. Mo uncovered that she would not lobby for several reasons. First, she won't forfeit family time for celebrations and press trips. And second, she wasn't legally committed to do. So she made sense of. She consented to star leading the pack coordinated Valuable for only $50,000, since it was a little autonomous film anyway. After the task got rave surveys at the Sundance Movie Celebration, Perry and Oprah endorsed on as leader makers, which gave the film a critical lift. So when it came time for the battling of this honor for the Oscar, and when it came time to go to various celebrations, Monique said the group behind Valuable encouraged her to lobby for the movie, yet she made it clear she wouldn't do it with the expectation of complimentary. Yes, Tyler Perry anticipated that she should work with the expectation of complimentary. What I wouldn't do was to make Hollywood the need, she said. Prior to reviewing her and Perry's discussion at the local honors, I shared with Perry, I'm not in that frame of mind of working free of charge. So we had a common understanding, no issue. We got up, we embraced, everything was great. When they realized that I wouldn't be the entertainer, or be the one that said in light of the fact that it's them, I have to do it. No, it doesn't really matter to me what its identity is. Currently comes the repudiate. For what reason are you attempting to advise me to accomplish something that I'm not legally committed to do? Monique said she started hearing reports that she was challenging to work with, and Perry even ventured to such an extreme as to revile her to Chief David E. Talbot. However, she said she never heard Oprah say anything terrible regarding her. She brought up that that news magnate decided to remain quiet all through the difficulty anyway. She demands she as of now has no disdain for Perry, Oprah, or Lee. Let me get straight to the point. I love those individuals. We love those individuals, my significant other. And I love them. They're our family, she expressed. And as my better half generally says, Mom, we hate calling no one out. We're basically hit them up to say, listen, we should improve our local area by making it right, not getting away by what you consider is your power. Back to Haddish. Following quite a while of attempting to save her vocation, the body of evidence against her was tossed out, and she is gradually getting her section back. One fan tweeted, I see Tiffany Haddish is gradually advancing once again into the spotlight, with another composing, it's unusual how Tiffany Haddish Loki got dropped and afterward returned with a Disney film. Disney is debased as F yet. It actually doesn't make any sense. Monique and Haddish aren't the main individuals who have worked with Perry, and writes about how he treats individuals. Back in 2018, the filmmaker confronted the rage of the entertainers' value affiliation, an association of, for the most part, dark entertainers in Hollywood. You can't blow up at your mom, said she, getting that Similac with vitamin D. Applause. As per the reports, Perry was preparing for his 11th Play Media's goodbye for the creation. Perry was hoping to recruit 5 non-association jobs. Yet that thought contradicted entertainers' value, which addresses its individuals by, as its site states, arranging compensation, working on working circumstances, and giving a large number of advantages, including well-being and annuity plans. Don't run from the police. It never pays, in spite of the fact that I run each opportunity I get live in front of an audience. Media on the run. Back in 2015, similar entertainers association boycotted Perry and his creation media on the Pursue Perry and the Makers never marked an association contract with entertainers' value. Thus, the association restricted its individuals from dealing with the creation or gambling with disciplinary activity value, likewise put Perry on its don't work list and hasn't taken out him from that rundown right up to the present day. Do you actually think this is a simple occurrence? Well, I think not, and that is not about Tyler Perry Studios. Perry's creation studio was at the focal point of a 2008 out-of-line work practice grievance by the Essayist Society of America West after the entertainer terminated 4 dark journalists who dealt with his television parody Place of Torment. It is accounted for that the firings were on the grounds that the scholars were searching for association portrayal. Perry, likewise, supposedly didn't sign a specialist guide contract that would give essayists benefits and medical services plans. At the time, his lawyers said the firings were about the author's nature of their work, not due to trade guild contracts. Answering to a post recommending Tyler Perry is unassuming in spite of being a very rich person. One snorted individual took to Twitter composing tycoons shouldn't exist, and Tyler Perry doesn't uphold unionized laborers. Who gives a f about the phony lolliness posts with someone else, adding in the event that Tyler Perry had to pay his laborers a level of the benefits rather than a proper sum. How might that hurt anybody? So Monique and Haddish's cases are not secluded. Perry is a known specialist victimizer in the entertainment world. And to aggravate it, he generally behaves like a holy person after everything is said and done. Think about how he managed Haddish. Perry circumvented teaching how he had helped Haddish get out liquidation after her case was tossed out. Is that the way that you pay special attention to?